Hello, Stalin Hawkchurch here. I was very busy Wednesday, but I did hear rumours about a terrorist attack here in the UK. So on my way home last night, I thought I'd better find out about what's been going on in London. And I thought a good place to start would be with a London newspaper. And I got the Evening Standard to see what they'd been saying about it. Oh no, and look at that headline. Victims of the Brit terrorist. A British terrorist. And just look at the list of the victims. 1 Australian, 1 Chinese, 3 French, 2 Greece, 2 Italians, 1 Irish, 1 Polish, 1 Portuguese, and 2 Romanians. Apparently, there are 11 different nationalities. Looking at that headline, there's clearly been some British nationalist who's been emboldened post-Brexit to go around attacking and killing foreigners. And he's tried to get into Parliament, I guess to kill some MPs, clearly inspired by the Joe Cox murderer, who, as we know, was the keen neo-Nazi, uneducated and very lower class. And so now, with all this mounting evidence, I really think that we need to reconsider the Brexit referendum, don't we? It's just sending our country into chaos with British white supremacists trying to establish a fascist state here in the UK. And I'll bet that Trump and those Russians were involved too. You know, I was a bit cynical when Sadiq Khan said that terrorism was part and parcel of living in London now. I thought he was being a bit of an apologist for Islam and just throwing Londoners under the bus for the sake of multiculturalism. But now I see that he was just warning about these white racist devils. Thank you so much, Sadiq. But seriously, to call him a Brit terrorist or British terrorist, while in an obscure way is factual, is not reflecting reality. The Standard could have just as accurately said he was a black terrorist. And can you imagine that headline? Victims of the black terrorist. Can you imagine the outrage? His motivating force was not his Britishness, was it? He wasn't doing this for Queen and country, for tea and for fish and chips. And he wasn't inspired to kill and maim by the British way of life or British culture. So let's come back to Planet Earth Evening Standard. Let's call a spade a spade. He was an Islamic terrorist. And another thing I found ironic about all this is, remember those people in response to Trump saying build a wall, they said build bridges. Well, now we're going to have to build walls on bridges to keep terrorists from their victims.